If you're like me, sometimes collecting supplies to craft with is a bigger hobby than actual crafting. That's why I'm challenging myself to bring you a Craft My Stash Spring Series. This is part 1, and I'm super excited to show you what we make. Hello, I'm Noreen Eppley. Welcome to the Crafty Organizer. I have so many things that I've collected over the years, and it seems to be more of a collection that's growing and less of a look what I made. So I'm very excited to show you the first thing I'm making as my spring decor for when I start decorating completely. Here's just a few of the things that I've been collecting. And these are also things that I've made in the past that I want to update, like this little wreath under here. I made this, I think, 3 or 4 years ago. And if you'd like to watch that video, I'll have it in the description below. But I want to update it just a little because I really want to bring in more greens this year and more fresh sprigs. So I pulled out every little bunny that I had in my stash and every small item that I've been buying from thrift stores or getting from garage sales, or that I've been buying on clearances after seasons are over, and I'm bringing them with me right now to see what I can make. So I'm kind of going to show you everything that's in my stash, but rest assured, all of these things are going to be used in this series over the next couple weeks. This box my husband got at a thrift store for 50 cents. I don't know what I'm going to make into it yet, but I think it's going to be the cutest decoration. It has so much potential. Also, these little puzzles and things, I love hitting stores when they are 90% off and grabbing as much as I can, but I also like the Dollar Tree when I can find it. These little plates are from the Dollar Tree, and so are these little salt and pepper shakers. By the way, if you like decorating this way, if you have a Cracker Barrel anywhere near you, I got so many adorable little salt and pepper shakers, and they were $1.50 each. The bunny that I end up using today, and you'll see it in just a second, was from the Cracker Barrel, and I loved it. It's such high quality, and when I tell you they have a huge variety of them, I couldn't believe it. There were probably 30 different salt and pepper shakers that you can mix and match, and it was so much fun adding those to my decor. Some other things in my collection, like this glitter bunny, were from I think a Goodwill. That sign was from Dollar Tree a few years ago. These bunnies are currently at Dollar Tree right now in their plus section. And this bunny I got from Walmart last year at 90% off, so he was only 99 cents. The most expensive thing on this table is this little cup and saucer. I got it for $12 at a flea market about 15 years ago. I looked it up at the time and was very proud of my purchase because right now it's going for almost $50. So not just because it has a higher price tag on it, but because I love it. It's such a delicate, beautiful piece. I've put it out several times in my decorating, but this year I'm going to be making something out of it, and I don't want it damaged. So I'm going to be using the same alien tape technique that I used a couple of weeks ago. If you didn't see how I made my cake plates, be sure to check out that video below because I'm just going to be glossing over the techniques this time. But if you want a more in-depth drill down of how to use it and more importantly, how to take it apart, make sure you watch that video. So here's what I've got out for this project. I've got some greenery. I've got my alien tape. I have the cup and saucer. Oh my gosh, you guys, this cup and saucer is just so sweet. I wish I could show you the true detail. It's so finely painted and so delicate, and the little details even inside the cup, I just love it. I'm so excited to make this the first thing in this decorating series. And then I also have a few other pieces, but my plan is to mount the cup on the saucer sideways and then use one of these bunnies so it looks like the bunny as well as the spring florals are kind of pouring out of the cup. That's kind of the idea I have. This first bunny is a little bit larger than I would like. He's also very cement looking or stone looking, and this is such a delicate piece. I think it needs something higher gloss. This heavier ceramic one is super cute, but a little bit too big in scale. This is the one I got from Cracker Barrel, and I think it's a little more delicate, smaller, and it's also more in tune with the painting style of the plate. So I'm going to use that one. I've also got my alien tape, as I said, and I do have some hot glue. Another thing I'm going to be using is a lot of Spanish moss, and I keep every little scrap. Tell me in the comments below if you do the same thing. And I also have these little stones that I had gotten from Dollar Tree a few years ago. Now, as I mentioned in the last video when I used alien tape, you must clean it first. Any type of dust or film will be the death of using alien tape properly, so make sure you clean it first. Now I'm going to take the smallest little piece and I'm going to attach it to the rim of the cup so that I can attach it to the rim of the plate. But you can see it's an instant adhesion. Now I'm going to cut these little stones in half only because the bunny is so small, I don't want him buried underneath the little stone balls. I'm going to place those around. And please, if you decide to cut these, be very careful. I would have cut this a different way, but I wanted to show you my technique for cutting them. I just used a little thin steak knife. For the base of the bunny, because I want him sitting up a tiny bit, I am going to use a small wooden bead. And once again, I'm going to attach that with the alien tape because I plan on taking everything apart before I put it away. You can see it's immediately attached. I love alien tape for how quick it adheres. To take it apart, just an example, you twist, never pull. Now I can reattach it, and for the adhesion to the plate itself, I am going to use the smallest amount of hot glue. This is not to attach it as much as just to keep it in place. So I used a tiny bit because I know hot glue will pop off of glass. Now I'm just going to play with the placement of these little stones and decide what I want. I want it to kind of look like a mossy meadow that things are growing out and blooming on top of. Now that I've got my bunny set up, it looks like his little paws are resting on that moss. I'm going to go ahead and place the other pieces around. And I'm also going to fill in the little grooves and crevices with the smallest loose pieces of Spanish moss. So again, it just looks like everything is kind of blooming. And I've got these small little flowers that I'll be attaching one by one in. And I don't show you very clearly, but save your fingers. If you've got little tiny pieces, get yourself a pair of tweezers. It made it so much easier once I did that. I made a small little Spanish moss ball by just rolling it in my hands. I stuck in a couple of flowers and a couple of little robin's eggs. So that's the center viewpoint inside of the cup. And I'm just, again, filling in all of the little crevices so that the whole area looks like it's about to bloom. If you've not played with Spanish moss before, I've learned rolling it together will allow it to stick to itself much more easily than trying to glue several pieces together, and it also makes it a little bit neater so you're not having to shave it off. See, not using the tweezers here, yes, I did burn my fingers. Thank you for asking. If you've burned yourself with hot glue, please let me know in the comments. I feel like that's one of those things I always forget about when I pull it out again. I also printed this small little piece of paper that just says spring, and I cut it to look like a little flag and rolled the tips. But before I add that in, I just keep looking at it and adjusting and adding in more little pieces of moss as I'm stepping back and looking at it. I feel like that's the fun part of doing these types of crafting projects, is just editing it, pulling things away, adding something else that you feel it needs. I regret that I don't have pink flowers, but I'm using what I have on hand, which was predominantly white, yellow, and purple flowers. I think it'll balance out because I'm putting this on my pink depression plates, so I'll still get that pink in there, but I did not want to go out and buy anything. So here it is, all completed, and I think it just looks like a little bunny looking at something that's coming out of the cup. It's a simple little decoration, but I think it says a lot about the season that's coming. Now here's that cake plate we made a couple of weeks ago. This is the pizza tray, and I put it up on 3 little Jenga blocks just so I would have room to place these moss balls around it. And then this cover was made out of the bowl that's upside down and one of my depression bowls on top to give it a little more height. Here's a better look at it on my counter where it's white and bright. I think the pink definitely picks up what's in the plate, and then those other spring colors just kind of balance it out. I'm very happy with the way this looks, and I'm also happy that I can take it apart later, not ruining this beautiful piece of china. This is the depression plate I made out of the candlestick using the alien tape again, so I can take all of this apart and use it at a later time. I really am so excited to bring this series to you. Again, getting these things out of the totes and closet boxes that I've had and finally making things out of them is really exciting to me, and I'm hoping it encourages you to pull things out of your stash as well. Tell me what your theme is, if there is one, for spring. I'm really leaning less towards the cute bunnies that I've done in the past and more towards blooming and greenery that comes out. I'm so excited about that, maybe because I was under so much snow this year, but I'm really excited to bring you several of these crafts over the next couple weeks, and I'll still sprinkle in a couple of other organizing ones, but let me know if you're excited about this little series as well, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.